Correction exercise day. Now everywhere. Very good. So let's see. This is that's perfect. Amazing. Let me show you this. Morning.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
The alarm as well. Wakey, wakey. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, we're going to start with Laura. Yeah? Where's Okay, first we're going to listen to it and then again. Yeah, I always say the same thing. Yes, I will correct the exercise, but you're all very welcome um, to comment. Yes, if you have any comments. Let's get it. There you go. So, in general, quite good, Laura. Very good. Now, before I say a couple of things, really, it's not, it's very well. Is there something that anyone, curious or Iris, would like to, oh, in general, quite good, Laura, about this exercise?
How is it about the repeated notes?
We said we don't do it. Exactly. So one of the things I was going to say, yes, is the purpose of this exercise is to get the fluidity, yes, the least of the repetitions possible. Yeah. Why? Because when you're repeating notes, um, and this is a topic that we are going to see more on the next visit next week. When you want to create an activity around the note, which is called prolongation of a note. Yeah? If you, for example, use repetition or neighboring around one note, what you're actually doing is that structural note, it's just prolonging it in time. Yeah. So with counterpoint, we start learning all these elements in music. Yes. What is structural? What is ornamental? Yeah. How the ornamentation is created around the note, around the chord, because we can have prolongation, or we can have chord prolongation. We are prolonging a chord. Yes. Iris and Georgios know, I'm sure that they know it very well. They haven't studied with one um, for longer. In the first chapter of Kaplan, you have three types of progressions. For example, you have the first progression, which is Iris of the Kaplan book, first chapter.
The harmonic progressions.
Yes, but which is the first type?
Which is the first one?
Yes, the first progression. You have three.
The prolongational.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. If you have, even if you want to go a little bit further, with this prolongation today, yes, no counterpoint. That's a very good example. Yes, you're prolonging something. In this case, what we're trying to do is to get the most fluidity. For example, you could have not the best option, but at least to avoid repetition or to do this, you go to the 6, and then you jump. Now, we have a little, let's say you have a little problem with this configuration, let's say, because it gets a little bit repetitive. Yes. But at least, yes, you don't have repetition, or this, let me see what you think. The B here, when I say you is Georgios, Laura, and me. If you have this B instead of a C, so you don't repeat the C, yes, you put it, but you put a B. Would this be a good melody, a good melodic line? No one is nodding. Everyone's doing like. That's something. I think if you were doing this, I mean, fine, but you're on the right track. That's why. That's the best response. Not yes, not like no. There is a little problem here. Would you consider this with the canto signos a melody?
It's more like a chord.
It's a chord, exactly. It's a broken chord, it's not a melody. So this is not a good option, yes? If you have the E, yeah, which is the 6th, yeah, well, 13th in this case, well, you're quite safe. You have a dissonance-wise, yeah. And there is another problem, yes, that here you spotted the repetition of the note, but in the vertical sense, there was a problem. Yes, good.
The 4th is only used as a passing note.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then if you have a 4th here, you're obliged to go here, and this is a 4th for now. So, we can leave it here. Is this clear, Laura? Yeah? Okay. Then the use of this passing note is correctly done. Very good. Yeah. And now, the same thing. Yes, you're here. Are you going to say something? Oh, no.
No, but there is a good opportunity for a 4th, where you were quoting now. No, on the 1, 2, 3, 5th bar. No?
Exactly. Exactly. Look at this. What you're saying is you have a repeated note, but if you do this and you turn it to 11, 11th is the 4th, you have a passing 4th. Yeah? Good. Now, how, now, very good a climax, yes, achieved by this little skip here, but then at least was compensated quite nicely. Then you see you have these neighborings. Okay. We try not to, I mean, you have 2 neighborings. We try, in the second piece, we try not to, as much as possible, to do neighborings, because again, it's the same concept. Yes, you're just prolonging this note. So, in fairness, it would be a prolongation of the G, so the G would be just, a dotted semibrief, yes? But, on and on, it's really good. And then we have the same problem here, yes? which is a repetition. And all the repetitions, what they do have is, they're not sequential. They're not properly sequential, but they're something that repeats. I mean, you have too much repetition of that. You have a kind of a model of repeated note, and always the repeated note is from bar to bar. Yes, so there is no variety what we were looking. Yeah. Now in this case, you have the same repetition. Yeah. Now, well, we have a little problem here. You cannot put an A. Why you cannot put an A? Iris.
Because you cannot resolve later on the next part.
There you go. Exactly. Amazing. Then if I put an E,
No, because you have to resolve going down.
yes, and also is a fourth, which is much worse than a fourth. So try it. Yes, by skip. So no. So what do you propose, Georgios? What we can do? Sorry?
I would put it there.
I will what?
I would put it on the A.
The E.
Yes, I understand.
But the B and the E is a fourth and it's by skip.
Then how? Ah, yes. Sorry, numbers.
Yeah, no. Don't judge because I changed the note here.
No, the.
So we cannot put an A. We cannot
No.
put an F because we repeat.
Would we change the? No, we cannot. Fourth on the next one.
Well, we could.
But, the 2D. Now I have for that to answer. Every time we have a third, must we compensate?
Now the thirds. First of all, let's see. The nature of the leaps. Do you remember the nature of the leaps and the skips?
Well, what is this question?
The question is, so we can go there. Okay. The leaps are produced from a strong to the weak pulse or between weak pulses, and it's not advisable to be the other way around. The note we must arrive through a leap has to fall on a strong metric position. They can produce changes in the register or melodic direction. They can momentarily stop the melodic progression. And then they abbreviate the displacement of a skip of a third, rarely a fourth.
What is the last one?
Abbreviate.
Yes.
If you have here, you have E and G and A. So basically you want it to go to an A, and then instead of go E, F, G, A, you abbreviate the displacement from E to A, and therefore you have a skip. So you basically make a shortcut.
So,
So those are more or less the function.
Can you go back so I can see the
Yes.
square of it?
Sorry, one second. There you go. So they can produce changes in the register or melodic direction, like in this case. And if you change the register, well, melodically you need a compensation. They can momentarily stop the melodic progression. And in this case, you see B, A, instead of going to the G, So this is a compensation because it starts a progression. It's supposed to go to the G, skips down, but then it goes. So when you say you always have to compensate, well,
Can I see one more time
the one, sorry?
Can I see the score one more time?
Ah, the proper score. So now let's go back. Oopsie, sorry.
Now I'm not sure how we treat that second bar. Should we consider it as a fourth then, and then we should compensate down? Apart from that,
Then it has exact. This is what we call abbreviation of the displacement because you want it to go to E. Then you have from B to E, you have a fourth, you have a third, and compensated. The C compensated jump from the E to the.
In that case, I would just change the first note. No. Maybe I would change. I mean, it's hard, that bar.
I know, it's very hard.
Wait.
I'm not saying no.
I will change the notes. I will put
Several things.
Re, fa, sol. That's what I will do. And put the sol on the last bit.
Re, fa, sol. Wait. Re here?
Not fa, sol, fa. Re, fa, sol.
Re, fa, sol, fa. Wait.
No.
Which note?
The whole bar, the fourth bar. I changed the note. Re, fa, sol.
Re, fa, sol, and then?
Compensate. That's it.
Yeah, we can do that. I would have put the fa, la. I would have changed the middle note to la, and then sol, and then just go down.
Well, we have a problem there. This is a la. This la. It's a dissonance by skip. So we cannot do that. What? That's, you know what I mean? The la is a 7.
Yes, but then you compensate with the sol, right? After the la.
It doesn't matter if one thing is a compensation of the skip, yes. And another thing is to treat the treatment of the dissonances. The dissonances are always approaching by step and abandoned by step, no matter what. This is what we really like, is an escape tone. Because you have fifth, seventh by skip, and then resolution into the sixth. But regardless, the seventh is taken by skip.
Okay, so you can only have dissonance when you go by step to the dissonance?
Yes, as a passing note and by step, always. Approach by step, abandon by step, as a passing note for now. Because it's the simplest in this species. It's the simplest way of melodic progression. Yeah? The neighboring, again, that we're going to see in the third species, go around the note, yeah? It's more ornamental, but the simplest way to create a progression is a passing note. Is consonance, repose, tension, consonance, and it's a displacement. You're going somewhere. So it's the easiest way. It's the most simple way to create tension, but movement. The first piece is not about movement. The second piece creates movement through the tension and displacement. From point A to point B in the musical discourse.
Okay, so if the first note was a fifth, I mean the interval was a fifth, but it would be a step, I would be fine.
If this, when you say fifth, is fifth from here to here or here to here?
From vertically, with the other voice.
Ah, well, this is a fifth.
Yes, I know, but we're going to with the skip to the A. So if that was a sol and a do, then I mean no, it doesn't make sense. But in the first interval, it's still a fifth, but then we go by step, right?
Yes,
It's fine.
to a G. Yes. Actually, it was the note that it was there, but the problem was here.
No, yes, but I mean having then a dissonance after.
Ah, we can, but the thing is, we cannot put a dissonance here. I mean, well, first of all, we cannot put a dissonance because if you go down, it's a fifth. If you go up, it's a seventh, but you have to resolve here, which is not a and B flat, it's a minor ninth. That's right.
Yes, no, I meant, well, no, it's fine. I think I understood now.
Yeah? But that's why we're having these exercises, because if one case can, you know, when you see a case can apply to all everyone. Yeah? Now, maybe if we do this, for example, I put a 10.
I thought about it, but then I'm not sure how it works with two leaps, two skips. I'm not sure what the compensation is. Should it go by step? What is
You
exactly?
have a climax here. Let's see the context. The discourse stopped at an E, then skipped down and reached the climax. Fourth down, now E, G, F, and from the F, remember that why I'm saying this, because it's a change in direction, E. Always take into account changes in direction. Yes, changes in direction, because that note gets uncovered. It's, yeah, so you have E, G, F. Could be a possibility if you want these three notes to be, you know, stressed. And also there's a huge compensation down after that. So it could work. It could work. Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, Laura, do you have any question? No. Good. You have, the last thing I'm going to say is that this fifth is too near. Oh, well, it's okay. 5, 5. You have just one minimum length. Yeah. Although this is on the weakest part of the beat, this is the strongest part of the beat, but a little bit too close. Yeah. They're not actually parallels, but too close. Okay, Georgios, you're up. Okie dokie. Pretty nice. Now, but there's no parallels. You know, you mentioned something about this is the second exercise I downloaded. This is the right one, right?
Yes.
It's that something about fixing a fifth. Something.
Yes, there was a fifth there, and to change that, I had to go back and then go further back and then to go forward.
Yeah. That's why always double check. Yes. Double check like 1,000 times before you go from bar to bar. Very well done, Georgios. Really good. I really like the fact that you put a B. Again, I will mention this again, but well, just because it's very important. Changes in direction in the melody, changes in direction in the melody, D, and then the D.
Intentional.
I won't argue about that. I'm sure, completely. I'm sure it was intentional. So every change in direction, yes, you see, Lauren and Edith, you have by step from B flat to the C, a change in direction, B to C. Then, well, repetition. But this repetition, take into account that this is just a step. Yes, the melody here is just by step. By step. Now, the C is kept again, change of direction. Let me see if I'm doing this. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, it's kept, but now it's by fifth. It's approached by fifth. And then it changes direction and compensates. Yeah? So, by yes, you repeat the note, but you do something different. You approach it by. And the climax is so beautifully approached because one, you have been hearing B flat and C for a long time. And after, I'm sure this was planned. After a flip of fifth, you have a lip of a sixth, which is the most dramatic. Yes, minus six.
Now, that
Yes.
flip of a sixth was intentional. I wanted to do a six on the climax. Are we allowed to do a major sixth? If not, then it's all a failure. But if I'm allowed to do that, then it's okay.
Let's say in strict counterpoint, vocal, okay, strict counterpoint, vocal, no, you're not allowed. But it's vocal counterpoint. I mean, if you have, this exercise played by an instrument, you don't have a problem. So I'm okay with that. I can let that slide. But if it depends on which book, I don't know, would you be using? A strict vocal counterpoint of vocal counterpoint. I would say no, but just because it's a little bit difficult to sing. But to be honest, people should be able to sing a major six now. We can argue the triton, but the major six, really. And then you have the compensation, and then changes in direction. Now, this is a good example of changing in direction. This is, yeah. And also, this is a good example of changes in the register, because what you want to go is just to go up. Yes. I think you compose this just doing a little bit of variety, or because I'm referring to after the compensation of the leak of the fifth, the fourth down. And I'm just being picky here, right? I mean,
if no.
That's what.
I guess. No?
What? Sorry.
I could put sol, I guess, no?
Yeah, if you have sol here, then you have 5, 5.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah, and that would not be so nice. Yeah. Why? Because you have just 2 minims, not 3, between the fifths. You could get by,
No, that's why I did it. That's where I had all the fifths. And another would come up.
Okay.
And I managed to get rid of all of them.
Yeah, okay. I mean, melodically, it's a little bit strange to have that leap, because you have a fourth down, Yes, you compensate. That's fine. Yeah. But it doesn't match anything that you have done before. But yet again, if you put a G and then you have a 5 and then you have a fifth here, yeah, the fifth and fifth, and especially because this fifth is a change in directions. Yeah, you're in a difficult position. So I think is the right thing to do. Yeah. Very good, amazing, Georgios. Really liked it. So this is a very good example of a melodic discourse. Yes, I mean, whatever you do, you set a plan. This is okay. This change in directions goes like B flat, then it goes to C, then it goes by jump, then it goes by jump. A leap of a fifth, a leap of a sixth, and that's the climax. That's a kind of process, yes, that we have to undertake in counterpoint. It's a very good technique for for composing. Those who are saying. Last one but not least is
Yes.
that you have the previous cantus firmus.
Sorry?
That you have the previous cantus firmus here.
Yes, that's why I'm really frustrated right now. I don't understand why I keep doing it wrong. What is happening?
I mean, you have 3 against 1, which, in a way. Let's see if finally I understood.
Yes, sorry. I mean, I put that for me, and I forgot to put the intervals also.
Well,
it seems that I didn't understood finally yet. So
now we will see. Let's see if this is. Now you started after the the third beat. It's not that fun, but
yes, but I don't understand. That's not what you were asking for.
no. I mean, I was asking this kind of things.
Okay, but apart from the cantus firmus, were you asking to start?
Well, you will be no. Wait. Yes, actually, in the second pieces, yes, I didn't mention this in the exercise, but yes, we did some in the second
I mean,
pieces.
I watched
Yes,
the video last time that I didn't watch until the end. That's why I didn't realize about the ternary meter and everything. And now I did watch until the end, and you did said something about that. So I'm really confused with everything.
It is true. It is absolutely true. When you have, I didn't specify for a ternary meter. That's my fault. Yes, I assumed that they were going to do it, but the part that doesn't specify, loses in at least uh, in law. So it doesn't say anything. But you bring an interesting topic. Yes, in the second species, the second voice should start later. Yeah. Now the question is where later, because you have three. So what you did is amazing. You started on the last bit to have, um, kind of an upbeat. You could have started here as well. Yes, but very good. You understood. That's fine. And then on octave. Another note to start was another possibility is a fifth. So let's see. First of all, you have climax achieved by the 6. Very well done. Then you have the peak. Yes, let's say you have changes in direction. You have a G. Then you have a C. Then you have an E. Pretty tall. But then you have a D, kind of on a B, and then an A. So, in general terms, yes, this was designed. I mean, we could have said, well, maybe C, D, E, yeah, as a notes that they change position, or you approach them, yes, by leap. But in general terms, it's quite good. Now, let me see this. Well, this is a very good example of what? This third, this kicker. Abbreviate, yes, abbreviate the displacement. Okay. Okay. Although, displacement. I was going to say something about this, I can't remember. Oh yeah. No. In terms, it's really good. Now the only thing is that, well, G sharp is a leading tone. Let's end it on the leading tone. Yeah.
I think at the beginning I changed it because I thought, I don't know what I thought.
Okay.
But
Now,
okay.
another thing. What's wrong with this?
They try to.
Yes. I mean, this is a neighboring node, and then I know that in the future we'll treat, yes, dissonances in another way. But if you want to try to, then you're obliged to do this. But well, we have a problem, because if you do this, you have the G and the A, which is almost part of the fifths. Yes, D and A, C sharp and G sharp. Yeah, and also yeah, melodically, you see that this is very repetitive. Yeah, so if you want to go down, let's say, yes, it's a little bit near this E to this D. You see? I mean, if the melody, again, this is a very good example. In counterpoints, when you have these cases, I mean, the rules of parallel fifths or octaves, yes, or how near they should be, they always say the same thing. If the melody is good, yeah, and then you really need, I mean, you cannot do anything else because you're at the service of the melodic fluidity, that would be fine. But you will have a melodic problem. Look at this, and look at this. Sequential. So, it doesn't worth the risk. Yes. Yeah. So, if you want, now what happened with Julius? If we do this, for example, what will be the problem?
The chord?
It's a chord.
Yeah.
It's a chord. Yeah. So, well, I mean, it's a tricky one, this one. Let's listen to it. Aha! Who spots the neighboring? You're muted, Georgios.
Before the neighboring, on the bar.
Antepenultimate. Antepenultimate.
Eh?
Antepenultimate.
No, the penultimate. I don't know.
I don't know.
Third to last.
Penultimate and the penultimate.
No, one more. Pen. That
Yes.
one. There is a.
Yeah, we have a couple of problems here. Seventh, skip, and then this is resolution. This is not. I mean, it's not that it's bad in the melodic sense. This is something that we're going to do later. Yeah. Those are delayed resolutions, but cannot do it right now. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? It is. You have
Yes.
a seventh, but it's abandoned by skip. Yes. And if you put a B, you will have another problem. Seventh, yes. Accented seventh. Now, this is something that Bach would do. Yeah. Two dissonances in a row, and one, instead of resolving as a consonant, is another dissonance. Is something Bach would do. But we're talking about Baroque. And this is more abstract. This species, yes, in a second species. Yeah. And in a strict counterpoint, they can't do that. Not now. Yeah. So it has, but if you go up again, you will have another problem. Yeah. Now, you could, you could do this. You could. Yeah. There's a difference between C and C. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Crotchets in between. And you could do this. And then you can leap towards this 6. But then again, you have a little problem there, which you have to do the passing note. Now, rules can apply. You will have your passing note. That's fine. But it's maybe not the happiest thing to do because you have this sequential. Yes. I mean, it's not that bad. Yes. But try to avoid it. Yeah.
And the next bar as well, the same.
And the next bar, the same when you have the A. And I'm sure, I mean, actually, in order to be fair, she did this. I changed it to explain her to end.
Yes. The sequence now.
Yes. So.
B first. B, A, G.
Wait, this is not all parallel eighths.
Then you have, well, you have this, but then you have one. No, wait. I mean, D and D, C and C.
Okay, yes.
They are, I mean, you have 2. You should have 3 because one measure is 1 bar.
So the 2 notes and 3 between them, not 3.
No, 3. I'm saying you should have 3. You have a time, yes, a bar, okay? In between.
Okay.
That's why you have C and C. You have D and D, yeah. Now, one of the things that you have to consider that when you have sequential, those octaves are even more noticeable. And then you have B and B, which is not a very good result. Yeah? I mean, if we do this, yeah? Well, we can kind of get away. Yeah, so you have like a stopping point. Yeah? Because if not, you will have a little bit of a problem. Yes? You will have to go to maybe to D or something. Yes? But for now, that solution. If not, what you have to do is what Julius did. Oh, I have to change one note, and then I get to, and then I have to change everything. In counterpoint, that, guys, is very common. That's why, please, yes. I mean, it happened to me. many times, yes. And it's a very sad moment when you discover that you composed a fugue and you have a problem. That's much worse, okay? Or an invention, yes. So, okay, let's hear one more time, yes, and let's try to. Yes, you're.
I still don't understand that abbreviation I'm talking about. Do we consider it to be a skip of a fourth, really, but with a third between?
When I say abbreviates
Must we not go down at some point?
yes, no, by the yes, yes.
To go further up.
Look,
That's what.
every leap or skip has to be compensated. Yes, when I say abbreviates the leap, is what that skip is doing, but then again, you have to compensate.
So theoretically, we should go mi, sol, la, and then sol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, is that not sorry? Is that not? Do we have hidden fifths? Is that on the next on the la do, do fa? The 1, 2, 3, fourth to fifth bar. Would that be considered
This.
hidden fifth?
Not for now, Georgios, because we are more concerned about the melody. What we could argue is, oh, you have a third, you have a. I mean, if you think about it, if we said we have to compensate,
Yeah, let's go down.
you should go down, let's say, to the F.
That was one question, and the other question was, do we have hidden fifths? Okay.
But you wouldn't have that problem, let's say.
Yes.
If you compensate the skip here.
Sol, la.
But you have to compensate this F that you skipped.
After the F, sol, G, A, no?
Oh yeah. Yes, but now we have to change. Yes. So that's the compensation, and you will have that problem. Yeah? Let's listen. One last time. And try to figure out if you truly listen this, okay? By ear, not just by looking at it. Yeah? I heard it. Because it's very noticeable because it's a sequence. That's why. So if you want to, another very useful, if you want, if you have paradoxes, not paradoxes, but fifths and octaves that are very near in a sequence, and we saw this in the lesson, is worse. Yeah, it's, because you have repeated it before. Yeah. Very good. Now, except this that we couldn't fix. Yeah, it is. There's some things that you can fix very easily. There are other things that you cannot fix very easily. So I didn't want to get into that. Yeah. You have to change a couple of things before. Yeah. But in a nutshell, very good work, guys. Yeah. So now I think you're prepared after this, unless everyone has any doubts. Yeah. We're going to start the third species of counterpoint, which is going to be even more ornamental. And we're going to treat this standing on one note more. yes, ornamenting, prolonging that note. Yeah? Well, have a lovely day and see you next week.